This is our Forex blog for Monday, February 9th, 2015. And I'm mainly doing our Forex blog today because we're releasing a new version today. When you close Top Gun software and restart it, it will tell you that there's a new version, and click yes for auto update. And then you will have our new patterns, with the exception of the 12 new ones I put in today. But most of these you'll see here are ones that will be in your software. You can see the euro dollar a day pretty much had a very tiny loss, a big win. Sunday pretty much broke even. I'm just going to showcase some of the trades. Friday was an exceptional day. Here's the stats for all the currencies on Sunday, just to give you an idea of how the signals are progressing. I made 363 pips, 75% winning on Friday. You can see the losses are very tiny. This one unfortunately has periodic big wins, so I basically left it alone. Here's Thursday, another excellent day. And the key to trading is much bigger wins than losses. You got 60 pip, 46, 40, 35, 30. And the losses tend to be under 10 pips, as you can see. Wednesday, 317 pips, almost 80%. 2 times bigger win than loss on that day. Keep in mind that 6 months ago, the winning percentage was somewhere between 40 to 45%. So I've been spending a lot of time documenting each pattern and fixing ones that aren't over 50% accurate, and or ones that don't have huge wins and averaging tiny losses. You can see last Sunday, Monday, it only did 141 pips, or 140 pips with 53% accuracy. I'm just going to showcase some of the trades from today. And again, we released a new version. Close the software and restart it, and you will get the new version update. Also, if you use FXCM, you can go to www.topgun.software.com/download/setup_fxcm.exe. We have not built auto update into the FXCM version. This one's new as well, with the new patterns. So hopefully that works well. FXCM's data is a little slower than eSignal. It's not quite as good, but it's also, for our FXCM traders, it's a lot less expensive. So if you don't trade the minimum, you can see the pound. Friday there's only one trade, very small. Well, actually about a 15 to 25 pip win. And today it had about a 15 pip win earlier, and that's it. Here's the dollar Swiss today. It sold this fib target up here. And keep in mind there's almost 1,500 patterns in this now, and at least 20 different category of trades. This is a very small win there. Here's the dollar CAD. It's loading all the data, and should be on the chart pretty soon. Alright, so it had this nice little double top right here, which was good for almost 50 pips. And then once it made a huge, a new low that was significantly down, it did a nice 3-wave pullback right here. I frequently count the waves and look for, multiple waves up, depending on if it's at a statistical level or any kind of support resistance. This is a 3-wave up move after a big drop. And these, when you count the waves and you tend to give trends enough time to show that they're going to reverse, and when they don't, it's much more likely to give you a bigger win. You can see in this case, I'm sorry, let me get rid of these. You can see the initial risk versus what the reward ended up being. And the win was because we got out on this close of this bar when it closed above the trailing stop, so that's where you would exit. You can see it's 1.5 to 2 times bigger win than what the risk is. And of course this one was astronomical. It had, 3 to 4 times bigger win than what the risk is. And also, what's also key to recognize is the reason a lot of the trades are very tiny losses is, most of these trades tend to go a little bit our way, and if it doesn't work out, it comes back up and stops us out. Well, guess what? If it at this point reversed and went back up, all it has to do is go up to here, and we get closed out, and we lose less than 5 pips on the trade. So that is why so many of the trades have less than 6 or 7 pip losses, and it also is designed to keep us in the trade when the market has significant trends like this. This was another interesting trade today. You can see the first trade lost. We got into this trade right here, and this was our initial risk. And this is what we actually did lose on that first trade. Got stopped at right here. So you can see we lost 30 to 40% less than what our initial risk was. And then on the next trade, this was our initial risk, and it got stopped out up here for almost 5 times bigger one than what the risk is. So that's really the only key to trading. It's my only focus. Initially, I had very few patterns, and they would show a ton of trades, and some days it'd be 50 or 60% or more, and other days they'd be 25 to 35% winning and lose a fortune. So most of my new patterns are designed to be extremely picky. Most of my patterns have 15 to up to 50 rules. And I measure the swings and how far the swing is compared to past swings at this time of the day. I use statistics. Many of our tools are all statistical in basis. And basically, I'm also using our currency indexes and currency meter. If the New Zealand is strong and the dollar's weak, I'm much more apt to buy more shallow pullbacks. If the market doesn't show me incredible strength or weakness, then I wait for much deeper or multi-wave pullbacks before I get back into the trend. And that's the reason for our success. The patterns are unbelievably complex, and I also take note of each pattern. And so if here in the pound, you can see that one that I coded up today, the market went down and broke the previous swing low, made a 3 pullback bar up, and the 3-line break trend identification system is showing a downtrend. What I like about that, and I only have 14 patterns it uses out of almost 1,500, but it tends to find trades that are a little bit more risky than without using that tool, and allows you to get into trades frequently at the beginning of the move. In this case, we risked 10 or 12 pips and made 15 to 18 pips on that trade. So that's it for today's Forex blog. Keep in mind that we just updated our software, and this is a huge update because I think it's been 2 or 3 months since I released a new one. There was a ton of new indicators that I put in there, and we wanted to get all the bugs out before we released it. So you should see a lot more trades in this one than you do before, and the accuracy has gone up significantly because I keep statistics on each pattern, and if there's too many losers, I add a lot more strict rules to them, and either they never show trades again, or very rarely, or the odds of the next time they show a trade go dramatically up in terms of the trade winning. So everyone have a good trading, and I will do another blog video sometime next week. I'm just focused on trading and improving the software. I hope to release at least a new version every month, maybe every 2 weeks. So it would be probably at least 2 weeks before the next one.